MIKHA'IL. Michael stands as the supreme warrior of the divine realm, embodying the perfect balance between power and justice. His name means "who is like God," not a question, but a declaration of divine uniqueness that resonates through all spiritual traditions and texts. In countless traditions, Michael leads the celestial armies against the forces of darkness, wielding his flaming sword as a symbol of truth cutting through deception. His armor represents unshakable faith and divine protection available to all who seek righteousness. The flames that often surround him in artwork represent the purifying fire of divine love. What makes Michael particularly fascinating is his role as the great protector of humanity. Unlike other angels who primarily serve in heaven, Michael actively engages in human affairs, particularly in moments of great spiritual warfare. He's often depicted with a scale, showing his role in weighing souls not to condemn, but to illuminate the path to redemption. In esoteric traditions, Michael governs the element of fire and the direction of the south, representing transformation and spiritual awakening. His presence in religious texts often marks moments of profound spiritual transformation. His energy is said to be most strongly felt during times of personal struggle, where his protective presence provides strength. The profound truth about Michael is that he represents the warrior spirit within each soul, the part of us that fights not for destruction, but for protection. His sword symbolizes discernment, the ability to cut through illusion and perceive spiritual truth. Gabriel JIBRIL. Gabriel serves as the cosmic messenger, bridging the gap between the divine and human realms. His name means "God is my strength," reflecting his role as the bearer of crucial divine messages that have shaped human history. His presence marks moments of tremendous spiritual significance. But as the angel of communication, Gabriel's power lies in the ability to translate divine wisdom. He appeared to Mary announcing Jesus' birth, to Muhammad delivering the Quran, and to Daniel explaining visions, each time adapting divine messages to the receiver's understanding. This demonstrates his remarkable ability to communicate across different levels of consciousness. What's profound about Gabriel is his role in human enlightenment. He doesn't just deliver messages, he awakens consciousness to higher truths. His trumpet, which will announce the day of judgment, symbolizes the awakening of humanity from spiritual sleep. In mystical traditions, Gabriel is associated with the moon and water, representing intuition and emotions. His presence often triggers deep spiritual awakening, helping humans access their own inner wisdom. He's also associated with dreams and dream interpretation, showing how divine messages can come through our subconscious mind. Gabriel teaches us that true communication is about understanding and transformation. His energy helps bridge the gap between earthly understanding and divine wisdom, making the incomprehensible comprehensible and the divine accessible to human consciousness.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Raphael ISRAFIL. Raphael, whose name means God heals, represents divine healing in its most complete and profound form. Unlike human medicine that treats symptoms, Raphael's healing touches body, mind, and soul simultaneously, working at the deepest levels of existence to restore divine harmony. In various texts, Raphael is depicted as the patron of healers. His healing isn't limited to physical ailments. He's known for healing emotional wounds, mental distress, and spiritual disconnection. The staff he carries represents divine healing energy. His presence shows how ancient wisdom about healing continues to influence our understanding today. The profound aspect of Raphael's healing work is its holistic nature. Many ancient texts describe him stirring the pool of Bethesda, showing that healing often requires both divine intervention and human action. This story teaches us that healing is both a divine gift and a process requiring our active participation. In esoteric traditions, Raphael is associated with the element of air and the direction of the east. His healing work often begins with the breath, teaching us about physical and spiritual health. His green ray of healing light is said to carry the vibration of nature's healing power. Raphael's presence reminds us that all healing is ultimately spiritual healing. His energy helps us understand that our bodies are temples of divine spirit, and that maintaining their sanctity is a spiritual practice. Uriel. Uriel, whose name means light of God, serves as the illuminator of spiritual truths and the awakener of divine wisdom within the human heart. He's often depicted carrying a book or scroll, representing divine wisdom made accessible to human understanding, but his true power lies in his ability to kindle the flame of wisdom within each soul. As the angel of wisdom, Uriel doesn't just provide information, he grants the ability to understand deep spiritual truths. In esoteric traditions, he's associated with the lightning that illuminates the darkness, representing sudden insights. His presence suggests that divine wisdom often comes in flashes of inspiration. His flame symbolizes the burning away of ignorance and the illumination of truth. Uriel teaches that true wisdom isn't just knowledge, but the ability to apply divine understanding to earthly situations. He helps us bridge the gap between spiritual insight and practical application. In mystical traditions, Uriel is associated with the element of earth and the northern direction. His teachings emphasize that true spiritual wisdom must be practical and applicable. He helps us understand how universal laws operate in our daily lives. Uriel's presence reminds us that divine wisdom is not something external to be acquired, but an internal light waiting to be unveiled. His energy helps us access our own inner knowing and connected with universal truth. Metatron. Metatron holds a unique position as the celestial scribe and keeper of divine records. According to mystical traditions, he was once the human prophet Enoch, transformed into an angel, making him a bridge between human and divine experience. His most famous symbol, Metatron's cube, contains all 5 Platonic solids and represents the patterns of creation. This geometric figure is a key to understanding how spiritual energy manifests into physical form. As the celestial scribe, he maintains the energetic templates of all physical creation. What's particularly profound about Metatron is his role in transforming spiritual energy into physical form. He demonstrates how divine inspiration can become material reality through sacred geometry. His cube teaches us that the physical world is a manifestation of spiritual principles. In esoteric teachings, Metatron is associated with the tree of life and sacred mathematics. His energy helps us understand the divine order underlying apparent chaos. He teaches that numbers and geometry aren't just human constructs, but divine principles. Metatron's presence reminds us that we are co-creators with the divine. His energy helps us understand and work with the laws of manifestation, teaching us how to bring heaven to earth through conscious creation. Azrael. Azrael, often known as the angel of death, serves as a compassionate guide for souls transitioning from physical to spiritual existence. His presence teaches us that death is not an end, but a transformation, a doorway to higher states of being. In many traditions, Azrael carries a scroll listing every soul's birth and death dates, showing that our lives are part of a greater divine plan. This scroll represents not just physical timing, but the perfect divine timing of all life transitions. The profound truth about Azrael is that he represents not just physical death, but the death of ego. His energy helps us understand that letting go is as sacred as holding on, and that transformation is simply change, not ending. In mystical traditions, Azrael is associated with spiritual alchemy, the transformation of lower energies into higher ones. His presence teaches us that what appears as ending from one perspective is always a beginning from another. He helps souls navigate not just the final transition, but all major life changes. Azrael's energy reminds us that impermanence is a teacher, and that our awareness of mortality can deepen our appreciation for life. His presence helps us face transitions with courage and trust, knowing that all change serves our spiritual evolution. Sandalphon. Sandalphon, the twin brother of Metatron, holds a unique position as one who was once human, traditionally identified as the prophet Elijah. This transformation from human to angel makes him particularly attuned to human needs, serving as a bridge between realms. As the angel of music and prayer, Sandalphon's primary role is to receive and transmute human prayers into spiritual frequencies. He's often depicted as extremely tall, reaching from earth to heaven, symbolizing his ability to connect human aspirations with divine response. The profound aspect of Sandalphon's work lies in his understanding of sacred sound and vibration. He teaches that music isn't just entertainment, but a divine language. Every prayer creates a unique vibrational pattern that Sandalphon helps to refine. In esoteric traditions, Sandalphon is associated with the earth itself and is considered the guardian of Earth's evolution. His connection to nature suggests that the natural world itself is a form of prayer. He helps humans understand how to live in harmony with Earth's cycles. Working with Sandalphon's energy helps us understand that every sincere prayer is heard. He teaches that true prayer is about aligning our vibration with divine harmony. The CASSIEL. CASSIEL, the angel of solitude and tears, holds a deeply contemplative role. Often depicted as watching events unfold with divine detachment, CASSIEL teaches the profound wisdom gained through solitude. As the overseer of kings, CASSIEL's energy helps us understand power and responsibility. His approach is one of watchful presence, teaching that sometimes the greatest wisdom comes from observing. This patience allows for deeper understanding of cosmic patterns. The tears associated with CASSIEL are not just those of sorrow, but of profound understanding and compassion. These tears represent the cleansing power of emotional release. CASSIEL teaches that our moments of solitude can be our moments of divine connection. In mystical traditions, CASSIEL is associated with the planet Saturn and its lessons. This connection teaches us that constraints and challenges are opportunities for growth. CASSIEL helps us find meaning in our difficulties. The profound truth about CASSIEL is that solitude is not loneliness, but a sacred space. His energy helps us embrace periods of withdrawal as opportunities for growth. Raziel. Raziel, whose name means secret of God, stands as the keeper of divine mysteries. As the angel closest to God's throne, Raziel hears and records all divine wisdom, making him the repository of universal knowledge. The Book of Raziel, said to contain all celestial knowledge, represents the divine patterns underlying creation. Raziel's role isn't simply to guard these secrets, but to reveal them to those ready. This teaches us that divine wisdom is meant to be gradually unveiled. What makes Raziel fascinating is his role in teaching humans how to use divine knowledge responsibly. He helps us understand that true wisdom involves knowing when to apply it. His energy helps us discern between empowering knowledge and knowledge that could harm. In esoteric traditions, Raziel is associated with sacred geometry, astrology, and alchemy. He teaches that everything in creation contains encoded wisdom waiting to be discovered. Raziel's presence reminds us that the universe is filled with divine purpose. His energy helps us decode the spiritual messages present in everyday life. Haniel. Haniel, whose name means glory of God, embodies the divine feminine aspects of creation. Associated with Venus, Haniel brings forth the energy of beauty and harmony. Unlike angels associated with dramatic manifestations, Haniel works through subtle influences, the gentle unfolding of a flower, the play of light on water. This teaches us that divine power can work through softness, and that grace is a profound force. What's particularly significant about Haniel is her role in helping humans access their inner joy and creative power. She teaches that joy is not just an emotion but a spiritual force that can transform reality. In mystical traditions, Haniel is associated with the moon cycles and natural rhythms. She helps us understand that our emotional nature is not separate from our spiritual nature, but integral to how we express divine love. Haniel's presence reminds us that grace and beauty are essential aspects of spiritual growth. Her energy helps us cultivate these qualities and recognize them as expressions of divine love. Jophiel. Jophiel, whose name means beauty of God, serves as the angel of wisdom and illumination, with a unique focus on transforming our thoughts into expressions of divine beauty. Unlike other wisdom angels, Jophiel specifically works with the alchemy of consciousness. As the angel of the third ray, Jophiel works with the energy of divine intelligence, helping us access higher forms of understanding. This isn't just about accumulating knowledge, but about developing wisdom that transforms our entire way of being. She teaches that true wisdom naturally expresses itself as beauty. What makes Jophiel particularly powerful is her ability to help us recognize limiting thoughts. She works with the energy of enlightenment, not just as spiritual illumination, but as the lightening of our burdens. Her presence helps us understand that wisdom comes from seeing clearly. In esoteric traditions, Jophiel is associated with the Akashic records and heavenly libraries. She helps us understand how to apply wisdom practically, teaching that true understanding must be lived. She shows us how to transform spiritual principles into solutions. The profound truth about Jophiel is that wisdom and beauty are inseparable. True understanding manifests as harmony and clarity in life. Her energy helps us cultivate not just intelligence, but wisdom to use it beneficially. Chamuel, whose name means one who sees God, is the angel of pure love and peaceful relationships. Unlike romantic notions, Chamuel works with divine love in its most universal aspect. In his role as the angel of peace, Chamuel helps us understand the divine love within all relationships. His energy teaches that true peace comes from seeing the divine presence within all situations and beings. What's particularly profound about Chamuel is his ability to help us find our heart's desires. He's often called the angel of the heart, not because he grants wishes, but because he helps us align with divine love's highest expression. In mystical traditions, Chamuel is associated with the heart chakra and the third ray. He helps us understand that love isn't just an emotion but a state of being. His presence teaches that seeing through eyes of love is seeing as God sees. Chamuel's energy reminds us that peace and love are active forces for transformation. He helps us understand that every relationship is an opportunity to express divine love more fully,